But shit, I don't want to hear it. Asia, Cameron, or Cheryl Swift. Nobody knew that. Nobody knew they wore 22. Stop that. The fact that Clark and Wilson were on the same 2025 WNBA All-Star team caught the attention, if only because there was some question about a shared number and how it would be handled. Ultimately, it didn't matter because Clark was out, of course, with the groin injury.
The instant the story leaked, nothing was ever the same. Murmurs slithered through every corner of Team USA's practice facility, quiet at first, but growing louder by the hour. Then, late last night, a bombshell arrived from deep inside the organization. A message so devastating it shook the very core of the basketball world. Team USA admitted they regretted forcing Caitlin Clark to surrender her number. And inside the locker room, the fallout was immediate, explosive. That, however, was only the opening act. 30 minutes later, a second revelation hit. One so incendiary that staff scrambled to silence every phone, lock every door, and guard every whisper. Caitlin Clark might walk away from her Team USA spot entirely. And if Paige Bueckers officially joined the roster, the world of sports would stop dead in its tracks. Coaches ran in panic, executives vanished into silence, and no statements. No interviews. Only a spiraling chaos that no one could contain. Tonight, we're peeling back every layer of it. Why did regret take root? How did the locker room fracture? What is putting the roster on the brink? And why has Caitlin Clark's quiet response become the loudest sound in sports right now? Hold on tight. What you're about to witness is raw, tense, and messy. The kind of drama Team USA never imagined would escape behind closed doors. The spark. That jersey change. A move players had warned could ignite disaster. Behind the closed doors, staff hoped it would preserve order. Instead, it detonated the atmosphere, sending shockwaves through the national team's very core.
And while there was a number 22, number 22 will be wearing number 17, as shown by the official camp roster. So let me see if there's a load in and come up. I don't know how big it's going to be. Number. Okay, number. Right there. Number 17. So who is actually getting 22? Is anybody getting 22? Nobody. Nobody on the squad is wearing 22. Well, that's a little strange.
5-1 Insider whispered in our dramatization, we completely underestimated her power. The moment it hit, Caitlin stepping onto the court without her legendary number, the reaction was instantaneous. Fans didn't murmur, they erupted. Social media ignited. Chaos went viral. Inside the locker room, it was a storm in slow motion. Some players avoided the topic, pretending nothing happened. Others radiated tension, and a few didn't hide their frustration at all. The energy shifted abruptly. What should have been a united Olympic roster had transformed into a silent battlefield, tension coiling like a spring beneath every drill, every practice, every glance. Then the second spark landed. Rumors about Paige Bueckers began to circulate. Not because she did anything wrong, but because Team USA was weighing future roster shifts that could alter playing time, roles, and hierarchy. Some executives believed adding Paige immediately would secure the team's long-term dominance. Others warned it would shatter what little stability remained. When the news reached Caitlin, the air went cold. Not an outburst, not a scream, just one message, private, precise. If she's on the roster, I'm not coming. No explanations, no interviews, just a single line that threw officials into full-blown emergency mode. For the first time, everyone realized the unthinkable. They could lose their brightest star, not because of performance, not because of injury, but because the internal politics had spun entirely out of control. Fingers flew. One group blamed the number change. Another blamed the coaches. A third blamed the media. And then someone muttered the line that shattered the room. She's not giving up her number. At the end of the day, nobody was wearing TW. Numbers had been shuffled randomly. Number 22 had 3 claimants: Sonia, Caitlin, and Cam Brink. And yes, one clearly stood above the rest. But in a training camp, equality is supposed to be the foundation. Force a number change and you ignite a powder keg. That single mistake became the symbol of a spiraling disaster. Silence fell. The tension was palpable. Fear gripped the staff. Team USA wasn't facing another country anymore. They were fighting themselves. Players were trapped in the middle. Some whispered privately, "We're done with this drama. This is supposed to be the Olympics, not reality TV. Why are decisions making it worse?" Others insisted, Caitlin should have kept her number. This mess was preventable. Some voices whispered in defense of Paige. She deserves her chance to. Don't make this about her. Alliances formed in silence. Lines were drawn without a word. Invisible but unbreakable. Practices became tense, sharp, suffocating. Every glance carried weight. Nobody wanted to be the first to speak, the first to become the next headline. Then it happened, the moment that flipped everything. Caitlin Clark stepped in front of cameras for the first time since the storm erupted. She didn't scream. She didn't lash out. Her words were calm, deliberate, each syllable carrying a hidden fire. All season I endured disrespect, she began. All season I navigated decisions that made no sense. I stayed silent, but I won't pretend it didn't affect me. The room went still. She continued, voice steady, eyes locked. People talk about fairness. I haven't seen much of it this year. I just want respect. That's all. And just like that, the room ignited, not because of what she said, but because of what she didn't. Every pause, every glance, every measured tone spoke volumes. This wasn't about one jersey, not about a roster spot, not about Paige Bueckers. This was the weight of an entire season of politics, mismanagement, and pressure finally boiling over. Immediately, phones rang off the hook at Team USA headquarters. Directors, coaches, executives, everyone demanded answers. We need a meeting tonight, someone reportedly urged. And in that meeting, the truth spilled out. Regret, frustration, embarrassment. Everyone admitted the number change had become a public disaster. Players felt unheard. The locker room was fractured. If they didn't act fast, Caitlin Clark could walk away. The team could splinter. They could enter the Olympics with a roster divided against itself. Meanwhile, Paige Bueckers, innocent in all this, watched the chaos unfold from the sidelines. Unfairly dragged into a storm she never started. Even her camp reportedly said, why pull her into this mess? Because the problem was never Caitlin versus Paige. It was the system, the decisions, and the toxic tension behind the scenes that swept both players into a firestorm. Now Team USA teeters on the edge. They regret their choices. They fear losing their brightest star. They worry about frustrated players. They know the world is watching. And one thing is clear, this cannot continue. Not with leaks, not with infighting, not with panic. Something must change, and it must happen fast. Because right now the Olympics aren't the story. The roster isn't the story. The tournament isn't the story. The story is the drama behind closed doors, the pressure building, the decisions unraveling, and the star who finally broke her silence. And make no mistake, this saga is far from over.